Hey, how's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's doing well. Welcome to I'm Stormy Days. Welcome to my Sky Factory 3 Let's Play. Uh, episode 2.5, essentially. Yesterday, I was recording footage for my episode 2, and didn't really realize that I had some of my mic settings set to where the noise gate was cutting out or turning the mic off. It was working like it was supposed to, but I kind of had the settings set to where it wouldn't kick on since I was trying to talk softly. My family was asleep and didn't want to wake anybody up. But um, so anyway, I found out that pretty much all of my audio from all the footage I shot yesterday was bunk. It's pretty much unusable. So I guess what I can do is we'll just give you a quick little tour. I really didn't get a whole lot accomplished. Did a little bit of grindy stuff, but we'll give you a little tour on where I'm at and what my plan is for today. So one of the things I did do is I created an achievement stand with our achievement book, and I went through and marked off all the achievements that we've successfully completed so far. So I can just kind of review real quick. We used crook on the leaves to get saplings from silkworms. We twerked a sapling into a tree. Made dirt by composting saplings and leaves in oak barrel. Infested leaves with the silkworm. Used a crook to infesting the leaves on the infested leaves to get string. Crafted a sieve and a string mesh. Collected rainwater in an oak barrel or melt saplings in a wooden crucible. Kind of did both of those actually. Craft cobblestone from the small stones that drop from sifting dirt. We crafted a hammer to turn cobble into gravel, gravel into sand into dust. We sifted the gravel, sand, and dust in a sieve. We made clay by putting dust into a water-filled barrel. Craft and cook a crucible. That was in order to be able to generate lava. And we heated a crucible with a torch and insert stones and cobble to make the lava. Oh yeah, well, I guess I should read one step further, huh? And we built the cobblestone generator. Alright, so pretty much the only thing we have left on this page is to make the Tinker's Construct tools from bone or flint. We're probably going to make it from flint, as bone is not readily available just yet, as I have not made a mob grinder yet. And then once we complete that, we will be ready to enter the Stone Age. So anyway, before we continue on with the advancements and achievements, I did actually upgrade the mesh to flint stiffened mesh, and I kind of, without really thinking about it, pitched the old mesh right off the edge, not realizing that there's actually some uses in keeping that old mesh around. There's certain things you can only get from the different levels of mesh, which I didn't realize. I thought that the upgraded mesh would give you better chances of getting some of those hard to get resources, but it turns out that there's actually some different things to be got by the different mesh types. Oops. So for instance, the string mesh with sand gives us a chance for cactus seeds. But if we go to the flint stiffened mesh, oh, it still has the cactus seeds, doesn't it? Okay, so if we go to iron stiffened mesh, we see that we no longer receive a chance for cactus seeds with sand. However, we will start receiving a chance for ancient spores. So there's actually a number of different things. For example, the prosperity shards I don't believe are available with the flint stiffened mesh. Yeah, and with the sand they're not. So really, there's something to be said for keeping each of the different types of mesh available, or even available on the floor. So I think we'll be going back in and making some more of the string mesh. I'd like to start moving toward making some of the iron stiffened mesh so that we have a chance to start acquiring diamond. So that's one thing I wanted to work on. Not only that, but I also, for the Tinker's Construct, what I would like to do is actually build a little cabin, cottage, if you will, in order to put all my Tinker stuff, move some of the crafting stuff in there, move the bed in there. I mean, it is day 12 at this point, and I don't believe I need to be living under the stars any longer. So we have a mature apple. Let's pick that. There we go. So a couple other things I did is I did make a juicer. It allows me to make apple juice and various other types of juice. And then I realized that I can actually make a pot, which I did. And if you put the pot with the apples, you get applesauce, which actually fills up a little more hunger, gives you a higher saturation than even the apple juice. So we'll just be happy to use that. Eventually I do want to kind of get into the whole Pam's Harvest Crafts. It's a mod that I haven't actually done a whole lot with, but it sounds like it could be kind of fun. Not terribly pertinent to the advancement of this game, but one of the things I'm really not terribly concerned with, at least not at any particular rush pace, is the advancement through the ages and completing all of the achievements in the book. Kind of way I would like to approach this is kind of on a creative manner. I'm going to give a lot of focus in building in the base and making the base kind of look cool. I also would like to explore all of the different mods and even explore some of those mods that really maybe aren't so useful with Sky Factory, in the realm of Sky Factory, but offer some really cool stuff. I know that we have immersive engineering in here, I'm pretty sure. And with immersive engineering, there is some kind of cool things that you can do. There's neat sources of power like the water wheel, windmill. It's kind of all about green energy and utilizing environment. And I'd like to kind of get into that. I've gotten into it on an older mod pack that I've played back in the 1.7.10 Minecraft version. I don't know what kind of stuff has been added or changed. Looks like most of the stuff is still here. I do believe that there are a few things that I'm not sure if they'll be useful or not, because I don't know how they'll function since we're starting in a void world. For instance, there's kind of like a I don't know, there's several multi-block builds that you can do, and I don't know, we'll explore and see what we can come up with. There are some neat weapons and tools like the chemical thrower, the railgun, things like that that I don't think are going to be terribly useful, but we might find some way to make use of them anyway. And let's see, of course we got our cobblestone generator now. So bottom tier, tier 1 cobblestone generator. However, for what I'm using it for at the moment, it works just fine. Gives me the cobblestone I need at the pace that I am moving here at the moment. So we will be upgrading it before long. I'm not even sure, haven't even looked to see what is involved in upgrading that. So tier 2 cobblestone generator looks like, oh, okay, we'll just take our original and surround it by iron, and that'll bump almost double our blocks, and it makes 1 cobblestone block every 20 ticks. You can now put inventory above and below. Okay, and if we move up to tier 3, oh, that's going to be a little while before we do that. Yeah, that's diamonds. I don't have any of those yet. But it looks like, hold 64 blocks. How is that any different than tier 2? Oh, okay, half the time. 1 cobble every 10 ticks. And then we can move to cobblestone 4, which are blaze rods on top of a tier 3 generator. It again splits our time in half. And then there's the tier 5 emerald surrounding a tier 4, and it makes 1 cobblestone every tick. So it sounds like that really starts to crank it out pretty good. I think when we get into the automation aspect of the sifting of materials, that might come in handy, trying to push to that high tier generator at that point. So the other thing I kind of want to get into, and it will also complete one of our tasks or achievements, is I want to get into the chicken mod, especially early game, because it looks like it's going to be a really good source of some of the basic materials without having to go through the sifting action so much, at least until I can get further along to where I can automate the sieving machines and that whole process. But I mean, it looks like there's some really good. We got magma cream chicken, nickel chicken, lead chicken, copper, electrum, glowstone, gold, diamond, of course, blaze rod. Blaze rod chicken will be handy. String chicken, water chicken. But actually, there's one in here that I think prismarine crystal chicken, and the prismarine shard chicken. Those might come in big handy for when it comes time to growth crystals. Compressed bone block. Sea lantern. See, there we go. That's prismarine there. We need both shards and crystals. So when it comes time to making growth crystals to help out with our farms, those prismarine chickens are going to be worth their weight in gold. So I think that early game it's going to be very useful to get into the prismarine or the chicken mod. So I was just got sidetracked here. I was noticing the assembler for immersive engineering. There's been a lot of changes to a lot of the mods that I was reasonably familiar with. There's a whole lot of mods that have been added that I had nothing about. So it's going to be quite an experience to get through this. So hopefully you'll enjoy it. And I think we're going to go ahead and get started here for today. So the first thing I'd kind of like to do, let's take birch. One of the things I want to do is I want to get a collection of all the trees. That way we have a nice variety of the material to work with. I did construct a chisel last night when I was recording. So that'll give us some good material variations. Really look forward to using that. I did notice also that with the flint that it started giving me diorite and granite pebbles. So I'm thinking I'm going to utilize some of those materials in our base building process here. I've already put together some granite, andesite, and some diorite that we can use. Kind of thinking about doing the granite for the walkways, at least initially in our first phase. As we start building out and up, as I explained in the first episode, I kind of like calling this particular series Sky's the Limit. And I kind of did this with the 2.5, where I started basically where it starts, us on the island. And as I progressed in technology, I also elevated that technology. So we start kind of building up as well as just building out. And I kind of have an idea for base structure. I'll have to wait to see how it pans out. But I'm kind of thinking of something that's going to be involving a whole lot of rooms, kind of on different levels, lots of stairs inside, nice open areas as well. And then going out into multi-level tier kind of courtyards for doing the exterior stuff, like little garden patches and green areas and things like that. I don't know. That may change at some point, especially after I get some of your viewer input. But that's kind of the plan and the direction I'm going to head to begin with. We'll see how that goes. And we're back. Well, if you haven't guessed by the fact that I'm wearing a different shirt, this is actually a different day. It would seem that after taking a phone call during filming that bit of time-lapse building session there, I kind of pulled a noob move and forgot to hit the record button again when I got back. So I missed probably close to 45 minutes to an hour's worth of footage as I finished off the build of the cabin. So I guess I could at least show you around, and you can follow me as I put on the finishing touch, or at least the finishing touch for now. There's a few other things I'd like to do, but for now, this will do, and so let's take a look. I guess I should clean this up a little bit. Don't need that. And that. Okay, so as you can see, we're sitting on the balcony that overlooks a little sifting and tree growing area. And you're going to have to ignore the floaty tree there. I'm going to have to go take that out. But in the meantime, we have the upstairs bedroom, which needs a little something on the walls. And I'm going to try to move that torch a little bit. Let's pop that torch. I guess basically I only have one right now. Let's just put it up there for right now. And a little one square there. And I need to make some more, but I'm currently out of charcoal. I don't think I have any fuel here or here. This video. Let's do that. Grab some of that. Put those in there. Make some charcoal. Actually, take some of that. Put a support beam. Take that back. Oh, yeah. Take that back down. Support beam there. And I wonder, can we make log slabs? I know there's some mods where you could actually make a log slab, but unfortunately not this one. Okay, no big deal. Okay, so this is the downstairs. We've got our crafting area, a little bit of storage there. I decided to have a couple doors because we're going to expand out in this area here. And replanted the apple tree. So overall, I kind of like it. I don't know about this whole section here with the big cobblestone triangle. I might have to take some andesite, I think, on that and expand that up some. I did find out you can make these really cool wedges, which gives you the nice smooth look. I had no idea that had been added. I'd always used carpenter blocks, which is in a mod that's in this pack, to do the smooth wedges. But yeah, I like it. Replace that cobblestone there with some of the diorite. But overall, I'm pretty pleased with it. It's a good starter home. So let's grab some of this charcoal here, make us a few torches. Let's make sure we light this up here. The other thing I wanted to do. Yeah. That would be awesome if it weren't. So let's. It's all random. The paintings you get. Yeah, I'm not feeling it. Let's try again. I'd like to have that big one running right across here. That'd be awesome. Whoa! I do like that, but it's a little bit big for this wall. So let's try again. Nope. Nope. That one. Not that one. That would be cool, but not feeling it for this spot. Oh wow, that's neat. Again, just not feeling it for this spot. Oh, it's 4 wide. I thought it was 6 wide. Oh man. Very well. It's a diptych. Shoreline coming out to show the grass. Okay. Me. So I'm not feeling it. Oh, that's why can't that be up 1? There we go. Perfect. All right. I like it. That will do. That will do. That actually leaves us with another one we could put on this side. Ooh. Try it here. Ooh, there we go. I like it. And there's one more. Double over there. Very good. I like it. Okay. Well, anyway, I think that's going to about wrap it up for episode 2. Thank you for joining me. If you enjoyed my content so far or interested in seeing more, please hit the subscribe button, and you might want to click that little bell button that's down there next to the subscribe button. That way you get a notification whenever I upload a new video. So I'm probably gonna try to get one a week uploaded, but sometimes my schedule just isn't allowing it. Oh yes, while I was not recording and I was building the second floor up there, I didn't light it up like I should, and an Enderman spawned, and he just wouldn't go away. I ended up making him mad, and he ended up killing me. First death. So anyway, yeah, we can hear that out. I forgot I was going to share that with y'all. So we'll just go into waypoints, and we'll just pretend like that never happened. Except it's been recorded forever and ever. Alright, so anyway, thanks again for joining me, and until the next time to play, thank you. Goodbye.